There comes a moment in your life where everything that once felt comfortable starts to feel like a prison. Not because it changed, but because you did. The routines, the habits, the people, the places you once called home, they no longer feed your soul the way they used to. And that's not a sign of failure. That's the birth of growth. You must outgrow the old you. You must outgrow the version of yourself that settled for good enough, that chose silence over speaking up, that feared the unknown more than they feared stagnation. Growth demands separation. It demands that you walk away from comfort and dare to enter chaos, because that's where real transformation happens. You can't stay the same and expect your life to change. You can't hold on to the patterns that kept you small and hope they'll somehow lead you to greatness. The truth is, you will have to leave parts of yourself behind. The lazy you, the scared you, the version of you that waited for permission, that asked for validation, that needed someone else to say, "You're good enough," before you believed it. That version, it has to die. And it won't be painless. Growth is violent. It tears through your beliefs. It rips the mask off your excuses. It exposes the lies you told yourself to feel okay with being average. And it hurts. But it's the kind of pain that births a new you. The kind of pain that carves space for greatness to move in. You'll feel alone. You'll doubt yourself. You'll wonder if you're making a mistake by letting go of people, routines, and versions of yourself that once felt like home. But here's the truth. Growth often feels like loss before it feels like progress. You're not losing your life. You're shedding your limits. You're not walking away from love. You're walking toward deeper connection, one that starts within. Every time you choose to show up for yourself, to say no when you used to say yes, to take the stairs when you used to wait for the elevator, that's the new you in action. And it's not always flashy. Growth isn't always loud. Sometimes it's just choosing to get up when no one's watching. Choosing to believe in yourself when you've failed 5 times already. Choosing to speak life into your dreams when everyone else calls them delusions. The old you would have folded. The old you would have run back to comfort the moment it got hard. But not this time. Because you've felt the pain of staying the same. You've seen what happens when you play small. And you're done. Done living for approval. Done hiding your truth. Done keeping your fire dim to make others feel comfortable. You were not born to shrink. You were born to expand. And that means growing through the discomfort, walking into the unknown, and trusting that the future version of you is worth the temporary pain of outgrowing who you used to be. The old you were necessary. It got you here. It protected you when you didn't know any better. It helped you survive. But now, you're not here to survive. You're here to thrive. And survival mode will never lead you to your purpose. It will only trap you in cycles that repeat pain. To rise, you must release. You must look that old version of you in the mirror and thank them for every lesson, for every tear, for every time they kept you going. And then you must walk away, not in bitterness, but in love. Because love doesn't mean holding on. Sometimes love means letting go. Letting go of the identity you built around your wounds. Letting go of the story that says you're not enough. Letting go of the idea that progress should feel comfortable. You're not supposed to feel ready. Growth doesn't wait for perfect conditions. It waits for your decision. And once you decide to change, to grow, to evolve, you will face resistance. From within, from others, from the world. But that resistance isn't a wall, it's a mirror. It's asking you, how bad do you want this? How committed are you to the version of you that lives beyond your excuses? Because that version, they're not waiting. They're moving every day, every choice. Every moment you choose discipline over ease, truth over comfort, progress over perfection, you are becoming them. You are stepping into the fire and letting it refine you. You are turning pain into power, loss into leverage, fear into focus. You are writing a new story with your actions. And some people won't understand. Some people will say, "You've changed." Let them. That's the point. You're not meant to stay the same. Evolution is not betrayal. It's destiny. And anyone who truly loves you will celebrate your growth, not resist it. You don't need permission to rise. You don't need consensus to evolve. You don't need company on the way up. You need courage. Courage to walk alone. Courage to be misunderstood. Courage to leave behind the life that no longer fits the person you're becoming. Because the old you, they'll fight to stay. They'll whisper doubt. They'll crave the familiar. But you've tasted freedom now. You've felt the hunger for more. And that hunger is your compass. Follow it. Chase it. Let it pull you through the days when motivation disappears, when your body aches, when your mind plays tricks on you. Because that's when most people quit. That's when the old you would have folded. But not anymore. Now, you rise. Now you fight, not against the world, but against the voice that says stay where it's safe. Safety is a cage when you're meant to fly. And freedom doesn't come from waiting. It comes from walking through the fire. It comes from falling and choosing to stand again. It comes from burning the bridges that lead back to the small version of you. And yes, it's scary. Yes, it's lonely. But it's worth it. Because one day you'll wake up and not recognize yourself in the best way. You'll see strength where there was once weakness. You'll hear your voice speaking truth where silence used to reign. You'll feel peace in the place where chaos used to live. And you'll realize every moment of doubt, every step into discomfort, every time you chose growth over ease, it built this. It built you. So don't look back. Don't try to fit into a past that no longer holds your future. Don't try to explain your growth to those who refuse to grow. Just keep going, quietly, powerfully, unapologetically, because the future you is waiting, not in some fantasy, but in the reality you build today, brick by brick, choice by choice, step by step. You are the sculptor and the stone, the writer and the character. The old you had a role, but their chapter is done. Now it's your turn to take the pen and write a story worthy of your pain, worthy of your dreams, worthy of the fire that refused to go out. This is not just about motivation. This is about liberation. The old you were a prison. The new you are the key. Turn it, walk out, don't look back, and never apologize for growing beyond the version of yourself that kept you safe but stuck. Because you were not born to survive. You were born to evolve, to rise, to outgrow, to become. And the only thing standing in your way is the version of you too afraid to change. Defeat them, honor them, and then leave them behind. You've got a life to build, and the old you have no place in the future you were born to create.